In this video, we're going to go ahead and speed up our badass platform by installing a few plugins and connecting to a content delivery network, or CDN. So the first plugin we're going to install is called Auto Optimize. So we're going to go plugins, add new, and we're going to search for Auto Optimize. And it's this one right here, some guy on a boat thing. Parasail? Is that a parasail? Whatever it is. Install now. Activate plugin. And I'll have the settings listed out below, so if you're not following completely with this video, just look below. And then we're going to go to settings, auto optimize, and we're going to optimize our HTML code, optimize our JavaScript code, optimize our CSS code, and then we're going to hit save changes and empty cache. And we are good to go for right now. We're going to come back to plugins, add new, and we're going to look for WP Smush. Now this is an image optimization tool that optimizes your images for faster load times. And auto optimize basically smushes your JavaScript, your CSS code, and your HTML code, and it compresses it and makes it smaller so that way it loads faster as well. Go ahead and hit activate plugin, and it says, Nate, you have 248 images that need smushing. We can upgrade to Pro to bulk smash all our images with one click, or free users can smush 50 images with one click. So what we're going to do is just manually do it. So there's only 248 images, so we got to click the button 5 times in order to smush all of our images. So just go through the process and get all your images smushed before moving onward. Alright, so after pressing that smush button 5 times, I've successfully smushed 248 of my images and saved 612 kilobytes, or 6.4%. And going forward, WP Smush will automatically smush everything that I upload. So that is pretty awesome, and now I don't have to worry about it anymore. My images will automatically be compressed. Now for the final speed boost, we're going to add a CDN, or content delivery network. Now this step is going to cost a little extra money, probably $2 a month. So it's not very much, and it can dramatically improve the speed of your website. Now a CDN is essentially a network of computers that delivers static files like images, scripts, CSS, etc. very, very fast. Anything that doesn't require any sort of processing. So instead of your website and your host trying to serve that static content and trying to process your website in order for it to display properly, you can kind of split the load. So your static content will be served from one server, while your website will be served from another server, and that makes your entire website appear faster. The CDN I recommend, and the one I'm going to set up right here, is Amazon's CloudFront. And the reason I recommend it is because it is very, very fast, and it is priced based on usage. So you pay for what you use and you don't pay for any more. Whereas with most other CDN services, you're paying like for a set amount, and if you don't use all that amount, well, that sucks to be you. So that's why I like Amazon CDN. Plus it's powered by Amazon, so that you know that it's reliable and it's not some like sketch company from nowhere. So in order to get it, you just can go to amazon.com or aws.amazon.com/CloudFront, or just Google Amazon CloudFront, and you'll need to either create an account if you don't have one already, or if you have one, hit sign into the console, and it's going to load something crazy that looks like this. And what we're looking for here is CloudFront. So it's over here under storage and content delivery, CloudFront, click it. And we're going to create a distribution. We're going to use the web version, get started, origin domain name, HTTPS, your domain, so crazyfunnels.com. Click over here, it'll auto-populate a bunch of stuff. Under origin protocol policy, I'm going to select match viewer. I'm going to come down here, look at all this stuff. All this looks good. You don't really have to touch anything, so that makes it easy. Scroll on down, and that's all there is to it. You shouldn't have to change anything at all beyond this match viewer option here. If you do that, you're good to go. Don't touch anything else unless you know what you're doing. And then all you do is hit create distribution, and you'll see right here it says in progress, and there's this little spinny thing. And what it's doing is it's going to your website and it's pulling in all that static content, all your images, your JavaScript, your CSS, that static stuff. It's pulling it into their servers so that way it can push it to your viewers. Now this is going to take at least half an hour, I would say, at least in my experience. So you might as well go grab a coffee or a beer and come back in half an hour. Alright, so after that half an hour or whatever, and that little spinny thing stops spinning over here and it says deployed, that means that CloudFront is good to go. So we're going to grab this link right here, or this domain name right here for our particular domain. And we're going to go back to our WordPress admin panel. We're going to go to settings, auto optimize, and we're going to plug in our URL right here. We're going to add in the https:// and that's our domain right there. Hit save changes and empty cache. And then we're going to go up to plugins, add new. We're going to look for, or it's right here, WP Super Cache. We're going to install now. We're going to activate it. We're going to go to the plugin admin page to enable caching, whatever. We're going to turn it on because without it being on, it does not work. We'll hit update status. And then we're going to come over here to advanced. And we're going to turn on don't cache page for known users, the recommended action right here. We're going to scroll on down, hit update status. And then we're going to come over to CDN. We're going to enable CDN support. We're going to paste in that CloudFront URL right here. Make sure we have the HTTPS at the beginning of it. And we're going to hit save changes. And that's all there is to it. So that is the best way to optimize and speed up your badass platform. And if you want to mess with some of these other options inside of WP Super Cache or an auto optimize, by all means, feel free to. I just found that every time I start clicking different options and messing with things, things start to break and slow down. So I typically just leave everything as the default settings, but if you know what you're doing, click it, try it out, see what happens.